So this is a long-standing NoReset tradition. Ooh. All right, so as I was saying, this is a long-standing NoReset tradition. At the end of each show, everyone sits down in front of the camera and basically just pours their heart out as to the experience they just witnessed or went through. Speaking for myself, I have to say when I was introduced to Justin Burnham from DreamHack USA, basically, I didn't think we were going to be here today. To be honest, DreamHack has been on my bucket list since I'm like 10 years old, and I saw one of the first editions back in Sweden. I saw pictures, so many computers, concerts, cosplay, mod cases, like everything you could ever want as a PC gamer. It was all there. It was like paradise, basically. And today, I end up being, the lead producer on the show for speedrunning at DreamHack. So it's we've come a long way. We started as a small outfit in Montreal, wanted to do a little, community event, get all the Quebec speedrunners together, and turns out it worked out pretty well for us because today we're here in Austin with you guys doing our first stateside show in the United States, and we will also be doing pretty much all of the shows for DreamHack around the globe. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It has been exhausting, not gonna lie. I am tired, I am wrecked right now, but it has never felt so right. I'll just say that. It has never felt so right. Exhaustion has never felt so good because I am super proud of everything we've accomplished. The staff, the runners, everyone who showed up, put in the work, and it was such a nice vibe. But the energy from everyone was amazing. And I just want to thank all my staff. And Jovine, basically the latest addition to the team. Man, you showed up, you just rocked that shit. Like, seriously, it's one of the first marathon where I could actually walk away from OBS and I knew there was someone who could actually take care of it. Like, who had maybe the same kind of borderline OCD with pixels being aligned as I do. So thank you for that. Justin Brennan put us in touch, and yeah, seriously, Micah, thank you. Then there's Dom, who says, I don't do much, I'm just a community guy. If it wasn't for this guy, we probably wouldn't have had any of the runners who were here. We only had a month and a half to make this happen. And seeing how we're a Montreal outfit, we didn't know anyone in Austin or, neighboring states or Texas as a whole. So, Dom, what we did is we went on speedrun.com. We pulled out the list by state of all the active runners. And we basically reached out to anyone who connected to speedrun.com starting January 1st, 2018. A lot of them probably thought we were just some mindless bot trying to scam you out of, I don't know, your Steam codes or whatever. Which wasn't the case, and Dom has put a lot of work. Mike also contributed to that, but Dom was pretty much the lead on recruitment for the runners, so, seriously, major props to you, man. Then there's Sage. This guy. Well, I mean, we had problems with equipment. Customs wouldn't let our stuff through. Maybe it's because me and Sage both have a beard. I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with that. But that being said, we still had, there's one thing in event production that keeps coming back, and it's the show must go on. And the show went on because scramble left and right for all the equipment that we had prepared painstakingly for weeks within a 10-hour time span. And when we got our equipment in, everything that we rented left and right, Justin just took care of all the audio stuff, so I could put my efforts and my energies on everything else. Some of the stuff we rented wasn't exactly specifically spec'd to what we wanted. Our technical setup is extremely, how should I put it? It's very complicated and difficult. We need some very specific equipment, and this is an Image Pro 2, and we need an Image Pro HD, which is just the model below. But this one, even though it's better, it can't scale the games that we need. That's just one of the challenges we have to deal with. But we'll figure it out. We'll make sure, it's not even a possibility next time. But thanks, Sage, for taking care of all the audio stuff, man. Seriously, props to you. And then there's Yannick, who basically kept me sane throughout the whole thing. I wear many hats. Hat in time, get it? And I have so many hats in the backstage. Like, I think I bought like 4 hats this weekend. I think it's a thing. Like, I have a problem with hats. But that being said, I wear many hats: event coordinator, producer, PR guy, tech, lead streamer, like name it. But this guy basically, whatever we need to do that if I'm doing something else, then he'll just pick up the slack, or he'll be able to do what I am physically unable to do because I'm stuck with something else or running around like a headless chicken. So, yeah, thanks, man. Couldn't have a better partner in this whole crazy adventure. And everyone else, all the runners, all the volunteers, hell, every single person who stopped by our booth this weekend, every donator, every memer in chat. Like, we have a rather clean Twitch chat. It goes off the rails sometimes, but whatever. That's the flavor. And we didn't have anyone who was, no one was out there to get anyone. I'm very proud because we did have some transgender member of the community, and chat was just a class act about it, which you don't see a lot. Honestly, Twitch chat can get pretty toxic, and it was an honor to have these people here. They really showed up, and, they didn't know us. They didn't know, the community didn't really know each other from what I gathered, and, it takes a lot of courage for them to just be out there on camera, on the internet, knowing how toxic people can be. So, Runix and Orchestra, it was an honor to have you both. Everyone else, every single runner. Now, there's too many for me to name each and every one of you, but you know who you are. And thank you so much for believing in us, for giving us our chance to actually make this happen in Austin, Texas. I'm at a loss for word like every single damn time because I just go on and on and on, but there's so much to say, so little time. And also, I just noticed we're at 12:34:69. So we made it, read it. And did we read those last donations? I don't believe we did. Okay, so there's no more? We're good? Maybe one? All right. When this is done, I'll go to the back. If there's a donation, I'll read it then. But also, what else? I would like to thank Simon Marin. That sounds so weird in English. Well, he's basically the president of DreamHack Canada. He's the one who made it happen in Montreal. And he's the one who believed in us, put us in touch with Justin Burnham, who's the other person I want to thank profusely for believing in us, giving us our big break. Even though it was a smaller event and everything, we had to scale down a lot of this stuff. I think now we're at 12:50. It's always like that during the post show. We'll just keep going. I'll read all the donations when I'm done with all this stuff. But basically, Justin made sure that, he really wanted this to happen. Justin believes in speedrunning. He's a speedrunning enthusiast. He enjoys it profusely, and he's like, we need this at DreamHack. And when he saw what we did in Montreal, he's like, I think you're the right team to bring it stateside, to bring it global, basically. Even Atlanta, winner. We're doing them all. So thank you so much, Justin, also for believing in us and making this happen. Guys, so Simon Marin and Justin Burnham, let's just hear it for them, guys. I would also like to thank the networking team for DreamHack. I know they've been getting a lot of crap, but honestly, these guys have been putting out fires left and right. One of them was quite literal because the Transformers started smoking up. And not talking Cheech Chong. I'm like, it went up in smoke. I just keep making Cheech Chong references. It's crazy. But seriously, that Transformer and so the BYOC, where the main, the core networking is, went completely down. That's why we had the outage. And I know they kept working really hard to bring everything back up to stuff. So a big shout out to the networking team at DreamHack. These guys are probably the most underappreciated hero of the event. They've been getting a lot of flack that they don't deserve, because all of it was, out of their hands. No amount of preparation could have prepared them for this. But I mean, kudos to, and I mean, all the DreamHack team. They're the ones that make this happen, and they're pretty small. I'm pretty sure they're a much smaller team than what a lot of people would believe, and they make great things. So let's hear it for the DreamHack staff, people. So I know I'm forgetting stuff, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, you're always forgetting that one thing, and I'm going to say it because you always do that, prick. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, that face right there is Justin Burton, for everyone who was wondering why there's face taken out of. You can't see it on camera, but, So I would like to thank the Academy, my parents, for, if it wasn't for my parents, I probably wouldn't be here today. So it goes 29 years back. I doubt you want all the details, but you get what I'm saying. I don't know the details. I don't want to know them either. Yeah, so I'm just going to give it up to Shokushu so he can do whatever I'm missing on my end. And all right, it's all yours, bud.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you because you cannot thank yourself. So thank you, G-Virus, for making this happen, putting crazy hours, not sleeping, and putting this project to work. Seriously, big thumbs up and a big round of applause for G-Virus, please. Thanks to all the runners and volunteers that showed up. It's very nice. Nobody, everyone showed up. It's pretty cool. Actually, at some point, I thought like we would miss like 1 or 2 runners because they had someone had some health issues and someone needed like their mom to come with them, or even someone got in a car accident. But everyone showed up. It's insane.
Anorax, this dude basically hit a deer. A deer jumped in front of his car, and he still made it here. So just major props to this dude. Let's hear it for Anorax. And once again, 40-watt range. As I was saying, I basically thanked him during his NBA Jam run, but he saved the day. When I was saying that we didn't have our equipment, we had to scramble for all the tech and everything left and right within a 10-hour time span. We're looking for a capture card. At some point, we just, we called out on Discord, like, we need an SD capture card. I don't care if it's cheap. I don't care if it looks like crap. We need one, And this guy's like, oh, I got a Dazzle. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, when can you come tomorrow? He's like, oh, I can come right now. It was like midnight. And he just showed up, and we were able to finish the setup, and the show was ready, on the 11th hour, really. But, so big shout out to him, because I didn't know where he could have found that kind of capture card. Because here, you'd think that at DreamHack, finding a capture card would be easy. Yes, HD capture cards. Those are a dime a dozen in here. Finding a standard def capture card, though, that's a whole another story. Because apparently, we're the only ones who need that stuff. So, there you go. Yeah, exactly. So, there you go. I mean, Elgato HD60, like here, there, HD60s everywhere. But, and also, fun story, because the Dazzle brings us full circle. First NoReset, LAN ETS 2016 in Montreal. Our very first event like this one. We're using a Blackmagic capture card with some scalers and everything, so it was working fine. The Blackmagic died on us 15 minutes into the marathon. So we didn't have a capture card, and he had his Dazzle back in the day. So the Dazzle saved the show, and now today in Austin, the Dazzle saved the show. So let's hear it. Big shout-outs to the Dazzle, guys. Am I forgetting something? Pretty sure I am. I think that's it, right? Any of you guys want to say anything? Dom? Turn the mic on.
I'm gonna do it with the mic off, that's fine. No, but seriously, the first time I went to a NoReset event, I came as a runner and I had no idea I would be part of the crew someday. And you said something that I felt was kind of weird, but I get it now. the runners are the one making the events. We're trying to make it work, but without runners, there's no show. So the show is made by the runners for the community, and they are the one who make it all happen. They are the one making it worth it. So now I get it, and this couldn't be more true. So thanks to all the runners who came in. Thanks to all the amazing run we had. I mean, we had 2 freaking world records live on the stream during the weekend. So.
And one run that was 45 seconds off on a 3-hour run. So
Yeah.
that's like crazy.
So
It's,
yeah, thanks to all those who came in despite everything that could have happened during the weekend. And thanks to all the volunteers who showed up. I mean, we could walk away and not care. You had it. You got the job done. Everybody here. I know we thank Micah personally, but I'm going to thank Miller. I'm going to thank John. I'm going to thank Sam, Jamie, Ryan, and I know I'm forgetting one. Jordan. So thanks to you all, guys.
Yeah,
So
and I mean,
yeah.
what you're saying, I mean, it echoes something that I say every single marathon, and I'm going to keep saying it every single damn marathon. It's that, a lot of people thank me saying, oh, without you, NoReset wouldn't be, because I started this and everything. But if it wasn't for all of you, then NoReset wouldn't be no more, because without the runners, without the staff and everything, I can't do this on my own. This is not a one-man job. And honestly, it's humbling to see how many people are willing to put in the work for something that I just started on a whim, really, because I came back from GDQ in 2015. I'm like, what the hell? Montreal is one of the biggest cities in video gaming in the whole world, and we don't have events like this. So instead of waiting for one to come around, I just, I decided to start one. And it was humble beginnings and everything, but people got behind the project. And here we are today, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Like, seriously, we're going to need them up because there's brains all over the floor. Like, here, there, a little bit in the corner right there. Not in camera lens, please. But that stuff's expensive. But seriously, it's amazing to see how far we've come, and I cannot wait to see what's next.
So anyone else?
So it's probably my 3rd time with NoReset Marathon as a runner. It's my first time as a volunteer, and honestly, it is really impressive, even backstage, to see how much you guys got your stuff together. Like how, like you're thinking fast, you're making sure everything is all right. I'm sure for the stream, it really didn't show that there's been so many issues backstage, and even at the audio tech, even backstage, I didn't see I didn't get to feel all the issues that these guys have been running around and just sweating for at the start of the marathon. So really, really impressive job, guys. It was really fun for me to help you. For sure, I'm coming again next time to help you guys. Really good experience.
So there's not going to be a ton I can say, but when I went to Denver, DreamHack was actually where, for me, this all started. It was the first DreamHack event that they had in a city that was actually reasonable for me to go to. So I jumped and I went to it, and it was the biggest blast I've ever had. And I was just like, wait, something's missing here. There's something that should be here that isn't here. Especially when you walk by all of the FGCs and you see the giant crowds of people for Smash who are, they were in a very similar situation for stuff like DreamHack and just for FGCs in general before, where everybody was like, they're not here. Why would they be here? And then you see people love this kind of stuff. And so I was able to talk with Justin and say, hey, we need this. I don't care what I need to do to try and help out to get you to get this, whether it's nothing or everything. We need this. And from there, it was a long year, a lot of waiting, and we have this here now, and that's great. And I couldn't think of a better group of people to be doing it here. So I'm really glad with where we are. So here's hoping we keep going forward.
Thanks, man. Thanks. It means so much. You have no idea. I mean, we do this because we love this. It's not, yes, I mean, the end goal is that if we could make a living off making speedrunning marathons, living the dream, man. But we're never going to stray away from our mission, which is to make community events that are centered on the community, the runners themselves, because you guys make the show. Like, I don't care. The charity is nice. It adds flavor to the event, and also it helps a great cause. But in the end, this is for the runners, and that's how it should be. That's how every speedrunning event should be. And no matter how big we grow, this is my promise to you, to the whole community, to everyone that's ever run or will run at our events. This will always and forever be primarily about the runners and the community, first and foremost. And I mean, it's a tremendous journey, man. It's unbelievable. You would have told me 2.5 years ago that, hey man, you're going to be producing an event in Austin, Texas for DreamHack. I'm going to be like, are you on bath salts or something? Because you're crazy right now. But no, here we are. So, yeah. Anyone else? All good? So I guess this is it. Part of me doesn't want to let go of the mic because then it'll be truly over. And, teardown is probably my least favorite thing to do, in all honesty. But it has to be done. But as always, once again, thanks to everyone, near and far, wherever you are. I'm not quoting Celine right now, but thank you, seriously, for your involvement, your encouragement, your words, your memes, your silliness, and all the stuff that makes it worthwhile and helps us waking up in the morning. Okay, we get here late, but we don't get much sleep, so please forgive us if we have you waiting 15 minutes. But thank you once again, and this has been unbelievable. It's been a tremendous experience, and as exhausted as I am, I can't wait for the next event. I just cannot. So let's just one last round of applause for everyone. And as always, see you next mission, guys.
I'm just gonna